Okay, so can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Very good. So yesterday we discussed about the DNS. So DNS is done. Okay, DNS is done. So before I start with this, so let me write down that flow that we have learned. Okay, na? What flow from browser? Everyone should tell this. Okay, from browser it goes to local DNS. From local DNS it goes to root name server. From root name server it goes to top level domain. From top level domain it goes to name server. From name server it goes to SOA. And it will be back again to browser. And from browser it goes to firewall. And from firewall it goes to load balancer. And from load balancer it goes to web server. From web server it goes to application server. And from application server it goes to DB server. Pretty clear? This is what we have learned, right? Yes. So today let's talk about protocols and many more. So whenever we talked about the protocols, what is the first protocol that you get in your brain, in your mind? HTTP, right? HTTP. So yesterday we have learned about what is the port number. Okay, now what is the full form of HTTP? What is the full form of HTTP? What is the full form of HTTP? It is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So everyone knows about what is HTTP, but I'm telling you frankly, guys, okay, everyone knows the name called HTTP, but what it does exactly, we don't know. We just open the browser and we'll type, just put HTTP. But what does that exactly will do? What is HTTP? If someone asks you, hey, please explain HTTP, will you say Hypertext Transfer Protocol and that's it? No. So you should be knowing in and out about this. So let us talk about it now first. And whenever you open the browser, you type that http://google.com. Yes, we'll type like this. Any website, if I take example, http://google.com, we'll type like this. So, no, Chiti? So how this has been architected is, the syntax for this is, the first thing is protocol, : is a delimiter, and google.com, can I call it as domain name? Yes, that is called the domain name. But at the end, we have also something called port number. Guys, at the end, we need to also give the port number. Now, the question for you here is, what is the port number of HTTP? Okay, you said 80. Good. Is it always 80? Is it mandatory that you should have always 80, HTTP 80? Some people said yes, and some people said no. So let us think logically. You will only answer it now. So we all know, everyone knows that HTTP default port number is 80. Everyone knows that. But remember, guys, I would say that it is not always 80. How? Let's see. For example, you have the server here, Dabba. Okay, you have the server. You have server. Dabba, guys. Yes or no? We have server, no? Inside that, what I did, I put an application. Guys, your application definitely should work on some protocol, na? Some port number. Na? Developers, yes or no? Let's say, for example, you have installed Tomcat. Tomcat is a application server, right? Yes. So Tomcat works on which port number? Port 8080. Tomcats works on port 8080. And now the IP address of this is 192, sorry, 168.10.10, for example. Guys, tell me now, I want to access my application now. Can you form the URL now? Can you form the URL? How should I access my website now? Okay, now you should answer this. Is it http://192.168.10.10 colon 80 like this, or like this, or simply like this? Tell me, what is your answer? 1, 2, or 3? Yes, Chandrasekhar, that's too much technical for now here. What is your answer? 1, 2, or 3? Yes, perfectly said. The answer is number 2. So, but you said the HTTP port number should be 80, but why it is 8080 now here? Yes, no. You said the port number should be always 80. Then why it is 80 here, 8080 here? So guys, remember the default port number, HTTP default port number is 80. But remember, it is not always 80. So because your port number is completely depend upon your application. Because of your application, rightly said. Because of your application. So if anyone asks you now, hey, is it mandatory to have port number, HTTP port number always 80? What is your answer now? Answer is no. You're getting it? Answer is no. It's not mandatory. It's purely depend upon, you can customize the port number on the application side. Okay, now, so what I can do is, yes, so you can customize the port number on application level. Okay, now you tell me another question here, guys. Another question. Is it good if you're accessing facebook.com colon 8080 like this to the client? Is it good to access like this? Are you interested to access like this? Then, so you have your application called boom.com. You have your application which you have developed. It's called boom.com. So if your application is running on port number 8080, your boom.com should be accessed using like this URL, boom.com colon 8080. Is that good to access like that? No. No. For customer, remember, for customer, you should expose what the port number that you should expose always to the customer. It is always to the customer. What is the port number that you should always expose? 80 only, because you are also not interested to access it. You are any website using. Will you put separately the port number at the end of the every website separately? No, you are not interested. If you are not interested, how come your clients will be interested? అర్థమవుతుందా? समझ में आ रहा? If you are not interested to access facebook.com using the port number at the end, how come your client will access your application? For that reason, remember, customer for customer it's always recommend to expose port 80 only. Guys, I'm talking about HTTP. I'll talk about HTTPS also. Okay. So that is the reason why. So whenever you type any google.com, will you put any port number at the end here at the google.com? No. So because whether you put or don't put at the end, it will be port 80 only. That is why we call it as default port number. So whether you put or don't put HTTP, always at the end there will be a 80. Chiti, clear? CC, getting it slowly? Non-IT? Hmm? Right, right. Very nice. The number for every port, for every protocol, there will be a number that is called port number. Okay. Okay. So we all know that HTTP default port number, HTTP 8080 is the application port number. Yeah. Whenever you install Tomcat, the Tomcat has a separate port number called 8080. But will you export 8080 to the customer? No. But remember, so guys, I'll explain everything slowly. You should not jump it. It's not good for you. Let's say, for example, you have your, see, what is this? What is the diagram that I have drawn here? Load balancer, right? So, okay. So you only tell me. I'll make you answer. See this. Your load balancer should be exposed on what port, what protocol? All the customers, your load balancer should be exposed on what port, protocol? HTTP, na? Yes or no? Okay, good. So your load balancer will take port, will HTTP. So on port 80. Is it good to take the load balancer with 8080? Everyone should answer. Will you expose to the load to the customer to access the load balancer on port 80? No. But your application is working on port 8080, right? Now you tell me, you have your customer. Will he access directly like this? No, na? He should be coming it through the load balancer, and load balancer should be distributing the traffic. Right now, so it doesn't matter if your application working on any protocol, but your load balancer will work on only standard protocols and port number only. Whether it is HTTP or HTTPS, it will work only on HTTP and HTTPS with port 80 or port 443. It doesn't matter. Customer really don't care about what is a port number that you are using on the application side. So this load balancer will convert from port 80 to 8080. That we'll talk about all the 6 technical part in coming days. I just explained this because you're asking so many questions. That's the reason why I have explained this. Now, do you all agree that customer should face what are the protocols that customers should face? Only HTTP with port 80 or HTTPS with port 443. Agree? I need your responses. Right. So for that reason, I wrote this. For customers, it always recommend to expose port 80 only. Okay, na? You getting it? Nice. Good. Very good. So, sir, you have explained what is HTTP. Hypertext transfer protocol, and it has a port number called 80. But what is that HTTP will do, sir, actually? Right? So let me give an example here. So this is the client and this is the server. Chiti, you know what is client and what is server, na? No? Jujube for you. This is a client and this is a server. Client will meaning here you open the browser and you type google.com. Yes or no? Google.com. Yes. Very good. Whenever you type here google.com, right? The request will go all the way from here to the server. And from the server, it return it back to the client. Yes or no? This is what we have discussed yesterday. All the big flow. But actually, Guys, do you see that? Actually, in every training, they'll just tell client will connect to the server and server will give the response. But yesterday, what did we saw? We saw all these things. That's a difference. City, you don't know how much you are learning. Huh? Okay, nice. So all the request is coming, all the requests, guys, from the client is going to the server, and from the server it is going to the client. Chiti, who is the guy who is taking your data from client to server and server to client? And that bloody guy name is HTTP. Right? You see this? HTTP is the guy, he will be with you in the browser, and you type google.com, and HTTP will get loaded, and it will get all the way, oh la la la, it will be like this, it will go all the way like this, all the way like this, all the way like this, and it will go to the server, and server will say that what happened, Ray, kaiko aaya tu? And then this HTTP will say that, hey, Sachin is asking for google.com. Oh, Google page. Okay, let me, the server will put the Google page inside that HTTP, and all the way it will come back, la 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 la, la, come back and give it to the client. So it will go like this. And this is the job of HTTP. Do you understand? The job of HTTP? Huh? Every day we learn about HTTP, but you don't know what exactly the HTTP will do. So the actually job of HTTP is this, ringa ringa roses type. So from client it will go to server, and from get, who is the guy who is getting all the data to and fro? Is the HTTP. And these two which should be inside the network. Hmm? Nice. So if anyone now asks you what is HTTP, then you should say HTTP transfers the data to and fro from the browser to server. Guys, no big definitions. Simple, whatever we get in our brain, just put it. What does HTTP do? That's what we have learned. HTTP transfers the data to and fro from the browser to the server, and vice versa, server to the browser. To and fro, mundaki enaki, aage piche. Diksha. Okay. So guys, have you heard about this? Now, let us talk about status codes. Okay, you might not know about the status code, but do you know what is 404? Huh? What is 404? Ah, you know clearly that page not found, because I know you will be going here and there, and sometimes you click some links and you will get page not found. That's how you have learned. You know? Tell me honestly. Yes or no? Hey, hey. Yes. So whenever you click something, and then you will get this page 404, but you clearly understand that is page not found. So, but do you really know the logic behind it? Let me tell that logic to you. So now here you typed, instead of google.com, okay, you type google.com/kaka. Okay. So this is the thing that you have typed. I'm telling you. This is the request that you are typed, google.com/kaka. Guys, okay, what does it do? So this google.com/kaka, okay, let's instead of kaka put test, yeah. Google.com/test. So the HTTP will take all the way to the Google server, and it will come to it, the Google server. And then your packet will say that, HTTP will say that, hey server macha, please give me google.com/test. Eh? Tester. Server will see in his box, in his dabba, he will see whether the test page is there or not. Guys, do google.com/test page is there? Is there or not? It's not there. It's not there. Server will check each and everything in entire directory. Are macha, he'll say that, server will say that, hey, there is no page called test. Go get lost. Page not found. and the HTTP will take that take that response, and then all the way it will come and it will post it on the browser saying that, "Oi, macha, page not found. There is no page called test." So instead of calling page not found, so for each and everything there will be a status code called 404. Page not 4 meaning 404. Now understood the logic behind it? Have you heard about 503, or can you give me a few other status codes that you have seen? 503, have you heard about this? Service unavailable, unreachable. What else? What else did you saw? Have you seen about 401? Whenever you are using the nasty brains to crack some unauthorized your friend's email password, it says 401, and then whenever sometimes you will get 500, which is called internal server error. Guys, without knowing all these things, how do you troubleshoot your pay? So you will be working in the company to your client, and you are deploying your application, and your client will get all these problems, and you should be the responsible for all these problems, right? So whenever you see client C 503, service is unavailable. So whenever the service is unavailable, you need to go to your server and find out what is the problem. Unauthorized meaning you can see 401, you can see the error, 401, Are macha, give proper username and password, you're giving wrong password. And whenever you see 500, 500, internal server error. So there is a problem inside the server. So like this, there are many dozens of status codes are available. But you no need to worry about all the status codes, but at least at least these things. Guys, when the page found, what is the status code that you will get? 200. That is success code. This is a certification question. Chitti, tell me, what is the success status code? When page found, what is the status code that you get? 200. Service Wintel Team application owner. We as a AWS engineers and DevOps engineers, we should be doing it. If everyone others are doing, Rahul, what is the job we do it? If there is no job, no no work, no job. Always good to get the work. Yeah. Guys, is this clear till here, everyone? Slowly, aram se. Clients, this one, HTTP, status codes, non-IT, non-IT nana, non-IT CC. Very nice. Good. So now we discuss about HTTP. Na? Let us talk about HTTP. Okay. Now, guys, do you all agree that how the data is transferring from one place to another place using data packet? Na? Yes or no? Using data packets. So this is the data packet. What does the data packet contains? The data packet contains the data information. What are the information that it contains? It contains source, it contains destination, it contains what is the protocol that you are using, and it contains what is the port number you are using, and what kind of data it is coming, etc., etc., etc. All the information you have it in the packet. Let's say, for example, you are using the protocol called HTTP. You are using the protocol called HTTP. Let's say here, for example, here we have who has Vamsi. We have Vamsi. So Vamsi, what he did is he opened the browser and he opened some URL and he's doing some payments. He's doing some online booking, something he's doing some payment. And the URL is working on HTTP. Guys, whenever you are doing some payments like confidential data, sensitive data, like you are giving username and password, your credit card details, your CVV number, all this will be inside the data packet. Yes or no? All that information will be inside this data packet. Chiti, yes, right? And this data packet will be traveling over the internet. So whenever you're using HTTP, what will happen? The Buchi will come here. Who is the Buchi here? Hacker. What is that? Hacker. So this hacker will come. This hacker will come in the middle before it reaches the server, and he say that, "Oi, hello, packet, hold on." And packet will do a sudden break, sudden break, and then there will be a nasty fellow hacker like this with a big mask on his face, and data packet will get scared. Oh my God, who is this big guy? Why you are in my road? Why are you on my way? And hacker will say that, "Hey packet, I'm telling you seriously, Maryadaga, open your packet. Immediately open your packet." And packet get scared, and then packet will show the entire information by opening it. And what the hacker will do? Hacker will take all the data what you have it here. Because whenever you're using HTTP, all the data in the packet will be in plain text. Easily anyone can see it. Easily anyone can see it. Guys, easily anyone can see it. So this hacker will take all your CVV credential details, etc., 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 and then jil jiga jiga, it's gone. And for that reason, you started crying that someone has hacked it, someone is using my details, and someone is do shopping behalf of me with my card. Why? This is the reason. And from now, can you tell me now, whenever you do any payments, what is the first thing that you should see? Whether it is HTTP or the next one is HTTPS. HTTPS is secure. So now can you tell me, if the site is HTTP, will you do any kind of payments? Will you go to that page at all, first of all? Understood? Non-IT? Understood the reason behind it? Why we should not use HTTP, right? Why we should not use HTTP? This is the big reason. Then you can say that, sir, what is the solution for this? The solution for this is the next guy, HTTPS, which work on port number 443. So the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. So HTTPS meaning at the end you put yes. Yes meaning secure. And HTTP meaning not secure. Right? So have you seen nowadays all the website will be running on the HTTPS? Yes or no? So HTTPS meaning, guys, you should get something called certificates. Guys, have you heard about the certificates, HTTPS certificates that you get it from these SSL certificates, like from your GoDaddy, Kamami? There are many website HostGator certificates, SSL certificates. So if you use that certificates, then all the data will be inside it is encrypted. So you might have heard about SSL, LS certificates, HTTPS, all are mostly same. SSL meaning Secured Socket Layer. So guys, if you're using HTTPS and you're doing the payments, now let's see, the hacker will come. The hacker will come and the same way, dhamki dega. Hey, packet, hold on. And packet now will get very good confidence and say that, what? Yeah, I stopped. Cheppu, ain't matter. What is the matter? And hacker will say that, open your packet. And with a lot of full confidence, packet will get open. And in Telugu, he'll say that, "Na chusko, mottam chusko," right? Does he understand the packet? The hacker will understand anything? No. All the information that you have provided, everything will be encrypted. So how much ever he tried to do the encryption, he cannot do it. So that's the reason why. So whenever using HTTPS, it will be encrypted and it will be safe. Yes, ciphertext. Understood the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? Which one should be used? So now you tell me, for the customers, which port number, which protocol is recommended all the time? So recommend HTTPS all the time with 443. Clear, understood, bloody differences. Now, till now, you was confusing. Right now, it got cleared, na? HTTP, HTTPS, and all. I'll clear you a few more things also here. See, if you clear all these things, guys, in future, this everything will be easy for you. And yeah, yes, HTTP will still exist. Yes, for kind of testing environment for your right. You know, when we are working, you know, need to pay for a certificate, na? Yes. Why HTTP is in use already? We know that it's not secure. Yes, it is not secure. It is always okay. Now you tell me, I have a website which I have only flower images. Okay, you are getting a wedding and you feel that your wedding photos are there. Do you need security for that HTTPS? Right? Okay, yes. And now you have only like dummy data. You have only dummy data. Do you need only dummy data? Text, not any use. You are doing testing. Do you need HTTPS for that? Then which protocol to use? HTTP. So based on your requirement, you will be choosing HTTP will be always good in production and HTTP is always good in development or testing or whichever environment. Okay, now? Nice. And now let's talk about, have you heard about this wording? HTTP over TCP IP. Many experienced people have learned this, but we have never known the actual reason behind it. What is this TCP? What is this IP? What is HTTP? What is the relation between all these things, right? Let me talk about that. What is TCP? What is the full form of TCP? Transmission Control Protocol. What is that? Transmission Control Protocol. Transmission Control Protocol. So what is the use of TCP? Guys, what is the use of TCP? Let me put interestingly here. See. So can I take two host machines? Guys, can I call it as host machines or devices? Huh? Word. See, host meaning it can be a client, it can be a server. You can call it as host, you can call it as device, right? You can call it as device, whatever. So in our environment, it's better to call it as host. So this one we call it as host one, and this one we call it as host two. So guys, now let's say for example, host one, this is a server or client, or this is a server or client. So these two want to communicate with each other. How does two devices will communicate with each other? What do you need first? Two devices will communicate with each other with what? Excellent. IP address. And this also has IP and this also has IP. They have the IP address. But in order to communicate with each other, there should be a connection should be established between the two hosts. And who is the guy who will be establishing the connection between the two hosts? It is TCP only. So TCP is the guy who will be establishing the connection between the two hosts. Host 1 has its own IP address and host 2 has its own IP address. Good. But they have their own stuff. But how do they communicate? How do they connect each other? The TCP is the guy who will be connecting with each other. And on the TCP, these fellows, HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, all kind of protocols will be traveling on the TCP here. TCP is like a bridge. TCP is like a bridge. Without TCP, your HTTP, HTTPS will work. Understand? Guys, understood the job of TCP? So the job of TCP is it is establishing the connection between the two hosts. It's like a bridge. It's like a bridge. TCP establish the connection between the two hosts. There is also another brother of TCP, which is called UDP. But do we really use UDP? No. So TCP, we always use TCP because TCP is reliable. So TCP is like a messenger. TCP is like a messenger. It's like a bridge. So we don't need to talk about UDP and all because you just assume that TCP is reliable and UDP is not reliable. It will try to reconnect. It doesn't try to reconnect once the connection is lost. So that's the reason why if we call it as this HTTP is over TCP and IP. Understand, guys? Understood, everyone? What is the meaning of TCP and why we need TCP and HTTP and all? Is it clear, everyone, CC? So, guys, whatever I have explained, that is enough. You no need to go deep into anything here. If I have not explained that meaning TCP, right, enough. This information is enough. Because we are not working on TCP on AWS. No, no need. Whichever is necessary, I'll go very deep. You no need to ask me also. I'll go very, very deep. You will understand. But whenever UDP, so if I don't talk about UDP, leave it. Why unnecessarily talnapi for you? Headache. If you are not using it, why you want to learn it here? So UDP is user datagram protocol. It is another connection. It's like another messenger. Guys, so now you all understand what is HTTP, HTTPS, and what are the status codes, and then what is TCP, what is this secure, not secure, everything you understood quite well, right? Can you give me the CC? Everyone understood the topic? Non-IT? Getting it now? Okay, very good, excellent. So now I just want to introduce one thing here. They both work together, Ashish. So I just wanted to introduce and I want to remove a mindset. Have you heard about OSI layers? Do you remember in your childhood? Do you remember in your academic year? Do you remember in your academic Pakka exam question? 7 marks or 10 marks? I don't remember. Pakka exam question, final exam question in your academics. 10 marks. Right? Tell me honestly, Chiti, we have learned these OSI layers, but do you really know how does this OSI layer works? Tell me honestly. We have I will be very honest that in my academics, I have just by hearted it in order to just write it on the exam. Not exactly, not exactly. I just by hearted it only to write it in an exam. Yes or no? Yes. But let us remove that here now. Let us talk about OSI. OSI is also very important, but let me take you very funnily to how many layers are there in OSI? 7 layers. So let's see how these 7 layers are now used in our real-time world. Okay. Okay. Now, let me give an example by taking, I usually taking, okay, let's say this is one host. This is another host. The one host and this is another host. Right? This is one host and this is another host. So let me write. So consider this as a host. This is also another host. Okay, instead of calling host, can I call it as this is a boy? This guy is a boy, and this is girl. Whenever you see, whenever you see any girl in the like, okay, guys, let it be very honest, huh? Let it be very honest. So those days, those days are gone, right? When we stand in the bus stand, huh? Let's say imagine there is a boy and girl in the bus stand, right? And what the boy will do, boy will see the girl, right? And now the question here is, how does the boy will communicate with the girl? Hai. How does the boy will communicate with the girl? So now, guys, in order to communicate with these two people, boy and girl, first they should be physically present, na? First they should be physically present, na, at that place. They should be inside the same area, na, in the same bus stand, na. So this boy will give a look whenever he's in Amirpet and the girl is in Miapur. Can he give the looks? No. So they should be in the same network, the same area, na. Physically they should present, right? Yes, physically they should present. Physically they should present. Okay. Physically they should present. Now, if the boy wants to communicate with the girl, either the boy will use his eyes or his hands to wave. Somehow, I don't know. Konte chuputo, whatever it is. Right? So, but there should be some medium, right? There should be some medium in order to communicate. There should be something in order to communicate. So for the server also, there is something, there should be something to communicate. So guys, do you remember that we have a Ethernet card, LAN cable for the servers? Like the boy has the eyes or hands to communicate? Yes, no? So the data should be passing through that link, no? Yes or no? So the data meaning from the boys, yeah. So the data will be passing through that link, right? Yes. The boy and girl should have the mouth or eyes or hands to communicate. Okay, physical link is the boy is ready, eyes are ready, data link is ready. Now, if they want to talk to each other, as I said, they both should be in the same area, same network, same bus stand, city, yes. They should be same, yes. So they should be in the same network. Yes, they should be in the same network. Okay. How does to identify a girl? So how do we identify a host machine in the network? Using the IP address, na? The mesh for the machines, we have the IP address. For the girl, how do you identify whether the dress color or whether the hairstyle or whether, uh, sir, how do you know all these things, sir? Hmm? That is the first question that you got in your brain. Do you think I am very old? Okay. So, సినిమాలు చూడలేదు. Okay. So there is an IP address. So there will be an IP address. So how does two hosts will communicate with each other? Using IP address only, right? Yes. Using IP. Using IP. Okay, guys, see here. Now, physical link is physically they are present. So they are able to see each other because they are in the same network. They have their eyes together, and the boy want to talk to the girl now. If boy wants to talk to the girl, there will be a bakra all the time for us. Who is that? A friend. So what does the friend will do? The friend will establish the connection between two of them. So who will be transporting all your words to the girl? Or macha only? Yes or no? Oy. Yes or no? Friend. ఏమప్పా చూస్తుండదా అది ఏంది మే చూస్తుందా so here yes we have the friend, so friend is the guy who will be transporting the data from here and here, right? I'm from that place only. Okay, so transport layer, so who is the guy? Our TCP na? Yes or no? TCP is the guy who will be establishing the connection between the two hosts. Our friend is here nothing but our TCP, loyal friend, right? Boy will say, you will say that, Are macha, say hi to the girl, macha, say that the dress is very nice. And your friend, loyal friend, what he'll do? The royal friend, what he'll do? He will go to the girl and say that, hey girl, my friend told that your dress is nice. And another type of friend will be there. It is UDP. And he'll say that, UDP will go and say that, the boy will say that, Re macha UDP, go and tell that the girl dress is nice. And what does the UDP will say, right? UDP will go saying that, hey girl, your dress is very nice. Do you understand the difference between TCP and UCP? Which is reliable? Which is reliable? TCP is reliable. Don't, don't go with UDP. Danger. So now the transport has been established. The friend is communicating with it. Now the friend has established the connection between two of them. And what these two people will do, this janta, this lovely pair, what they do, they'll kick off the friend. Yes or no? They'll kick off. Once they have established, they'll set up their own session, own private. Once the session has established, private session, now kya hai bhai? Start later. This boy will give all kind of presentations, right? And then and once the presentation has established, and start making jil jil jiga jiga, and then go there, here, there, go to there, go there, do that, this blah 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 blah, and you can access here and there, you can go here and there, right? You can travel here and there, you can go to their home, like doing SSH and RDPs, right? Or kya hai bhai? Right. So how many layers are there has happened now? 7 layers. Physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and then application layer. Then they will talk to each other nicely like this. Understood, guys? The best way to learn the OSL layers. Did you got clear at least now? Since many, many years. Huh? Yes. Very good. Very good. So thank you for such a nice feedbacks. So guys, Good days are coming. Achhe din aayega. Right? So you will say the same words after completing the AWS. I bet, underline that. Right? So don't worry, be confident. You are in the safe hands. So you are with Riya sir. So do not worry. We'll kick this AWS like anything. So guys, I'm just preparing you. This is just a trailer. This is just a trailer. Picture abhi baki hai dost. Kal to asli picture milega tumko. Tomorrow we'll have a actual the names. Tomorrow we'll have the introduction of the movie. Guys, tomorrow is a wonderful session. Tomorrow you should never miss the class because tomorrow is the guy. You know who is the guy? The hero is coming tomorrow. Who is that? Cloud. So how this AWS came, how this cloud, and what is this, what we were doing now, what that, this and all, everything. I think definitely you should never miss the class tomorrow. I think, of course, yes. So guys, wonderful, awesome uh, uh, attendance here. You know, yesterday also 200 people and now also 200 people. By this, I am understanding that, guys, how much interested you are. Be like this only. Don't miss the class. And tomorrow we'll be jumping into the actual stuff. Okay? Will you miss the class tomorrow? If you miss class tomorrow, definitely you'll be missing something for sure. Tomorrow our hero introduction milega. Tomorrow there will be hero introduction. Okay? Nice. So do not worry. I'll be sharing you all kind of materials also to you, right? I'll be giving, I'll be all my pains, all the whatever I'm asking. These are all interview questions only, and then I'll help you to clear the certifications. I'll give you certification questions also. So do not worry. Do not worry on all these things. I'm telling you, just forget everything when you're coming to me and listening to me, guys. And one request is whenever you are listening my class, sit alert, go in one room, and then listen carefully. So don't lay down on your stomach, raising your legs up, and then like a heroine, and then putting your two hands in your under the cheeks and listening what is Sarah telling, and going drinking some water, messaging WhatsApp messages, and Chiti, concentrate only 1.5 hour my course, just for only 50 days. See the magic after that. Hmm? Yes. Good. Any questions? Sir, I'm deeply fall in love with your sister. Thank you. Yeah. And also, sorry. And also, guys, yeah, take the screenshot if you want. So, and also, I think please go ahead and register it. Okay, let me ask this. Did you got a confidence now? Did you got a confidence? Then what is the delay of going and registering it, Chiti? Go ahead. No need to wait anymore. But if you still have to wait, wait. But the thing is, there will be many people started registering it, and lelo by seats. First come, first serves. So guys, go ahead and then do the all kind of registration so that once the batch is fixed, then I'll start sending all my materials and all. Okay. So and the link might change. Please go ahead and do all kind of. I think admin, can you please put your that message again here, Surendra, how to register and all. So you will get an emails also. Don't worry. And with the emails, you will get the recording links also. Just go ahead with that. You will get it. Okay. Do you see that, guys? Please copy that the one which admin has sent now. So if you want to do the registration and make all kind of legal, all kind of process stuff, please go ahead and do that. and then send the screenshot to Mr. Surendra. And then classes will be same time, 11 to 12:30. Any more questions? Can you see your face, sir? You are such a wonderful person. Do you see Big Boss face? No, no. Only voice. Okay. So yeah. Big Boss మీరేనా సార్ నేను ఆడా ఉంటా ఈడా ఉంటా. Anyways, any other questions? Yes, you will get the notes. Once we create a group, all the notes will be shared over there. Don't worry. The course duration is 50 days, 50 to 55 days. So if this today is your starting class, don't worry. From tomorrow, don't miss it. So a link might change. Please keep an eye. Go ahead and do the registration. You will get the new links on your emails and all. Don't worry about the syllabus. I'll be taking care of all these things. Don't worry. But I have shown the syllabus on the first day. You will get the recording link. You can see it there. Yes, whatever there in the project, all the services, guys, believe it, leave it on me. Leave it on me. Okay, leave it on me. I want to become a data engineer. What topics covered? If you want to become a data engineer, first you want to learn all AWS topics. Na? Data engineer, guys, AWS is equal for everyone. Whether it is an AWS developer or it is an architect or it is in a CSOP, everything is, topics are same. Only few things are different. Guys, Ria sir, sessions are very, very on demand. God grace. I'm not proudly or saying that. So this is for you only. So do not miss the classes. Please go ahead and do all kind of your procedures. And you will get guys. Your hands will pain. I'll be following up you with all kind of practicals every day. Taggedele, jukega naisala. All kind of practicals will do it. No practical will be left. I'll be chasing you on it. Ravi, leave that. TCP, UDP, leave it. TCP, you understand? That is good. Any other questions? Did I answer all your questions? I don't think so. Recordings, please check with the management. So recordings, I don't think so, guys. So I think check with them. Offline, not yet. If you habituated with my class, you will never miss my class. You will miss your office, but you will never miss my class. That's how it will be. Bhushan, no Java Baba required. Did you understood till now what we have discussed? If you understand, that is well and good. Leave it on me. Maihuna? On weekend, Saturday, I might take classes. Not Sunday. Practicals are online. I'll share all the notes. Yes. Akshay, yes. Tomorrow will be a demo class. Please join. Please, if you still want to have, you still want to see the demo class yet, still, okay. If you want, just go ahead. I don't know. Admin, check it. Check it, guys. If the link works, yes. Otherwise, you need to do the procedures. That is on their side. I'll be continuing in my classes. But guys, definitely do not miss the class. Tomorrow, do not miss the class. Very important class. Okay. Great. So I think you will keep on talking with me. So this is a wonderful batch. Very nice. So guys, so tomorrow we'll talk very, very good things. And tomorrow, please do not miss the class. We'll do a lot of things tomorrow. Right? Can you give me a final CC for today? Smile. Smile is good for your health. Navande. See how nice you are. See. You can put that bubbles also. I don't feel, I don't mind. Yes. Yeah, see, yes. Great. Excellent. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next important topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.